Hello and welcome back to another Meals of the Week video. So we're starting off this week with some homemade pizzas, and when I say homemade I mean I bought the bases. These are just the extra large naan breads that I got in Tesco, and I topped them off with some barbecue sauce. On top of this we like to add some peppers and some cooked chicken. I marinated the chicken in some tandoori seasoning, and then we also add some feta cheese. It does sound a little bit strange, but trust me, it really works. The boys had pepperoni and cheddar on theirs, and then Oscar also put some leftover sausage on his as well. And then we serve these with some rocket, and I just make up a mint yogurt dressing, and it literally is just mint sauce and yogurt mixed together. Drizzle this over the top and it just comes out really nicely every time. So I'm just prepping tonight's dinner, and I'm making a big slow cooker chicken curry. There are 7 chicken breasts, 7 chicken breasts in here that I've chopped up. This is for 6 people, plus hopefully there'll be a little bit of leftovers. So what I've done is chopped up my chicken breast, and I've marinated it for a couple of hours in some tandoori chicken seasoning, and I've put some medium curry powder in here and some garlic powder, mixed it all together, and that, like I said, that's been a couple of hours. And now I'm just going to cheat and add in a couple of jars of sauces. I think they are the Tesco ones. I got a butter chicken and a tikka masala. I'm going to mix those two through, and then I'm just going to pop it on low for, what is it, 10? Yeah, probably 7-8 hours maybe. And then I'm just going to serve it with boiled rice and some naan. So I'm just going to pop in my sauces. But I'm going to put the camera down because I'm wearing a white jumper and I know it won't stay white for very long. So I've mixed my 2 sauces in, and I'm just going to pop my lid on and let that cook slowly. And then I had some extra chicken breast. It was a massive 2.5 kilo bag that I froze, so I didn't need to use all of them. So I've just marinated these in some some garlic powder, some curry powder and some tandoori seasoning. And I'm just going to cook these in the oven, and then we can have these sliced up cold. So here we are, all plated up and ready to serve. So most of us had the chicken curry. Well, I say most of us, the only one who didn't was my mum. I used the same sauce. Well, I took some out before I put it into the slow cooker, and I just did her some corn pieces because she doesn't eat meat. We also had naan breads to go with this, and we all sat around the table, and it was a really nice meal. So for tonight's dinner I have got some chicken breast, some peppers, mushrooms and onions in a pan. I've just fried them all together with a little bit of onion seasoning, a little bit of garlic granules, and I've popped in some of the last of the cheese that we had like over Christmas and New Year. So we've got some blue Stilton, and we've also got some of the creamy Castello blue. So I'm going to mix those together. I'm going to add some chili flakes. We've also got some of this lightest herbs Philadelphia, and I've got some pasta boiling right here. So I'm just going to mix it all together, and the blue cheese will melt. I'm going to add some pasta water, the pasta, some chili flakes, and then a little bit of tomato puree maybe. And if I need any more sort of creaminess, I'm going to add a little bit of the Philadelphia. Mix it all together, and that's what we're going to have for dinner. So I will show you it once I've finished, but it's really a chuck it all in and use it up kind of meal. So I've mixed in a big spoonful of the Philadelphia. And I forgot to say that I coated the chicken breast in some Cajun seasoning. So we've got kind of like a blue cheese and Cajun chicken pasta with a little bit of garlic and herb Philly. Like I said, I just throw everything together. I put some of the pasta water in there, some salt, some pepper, and we just mix it all together. Once this is all cooked through, I'm just going to pop it in some bowls and maybe put a bit of parmesan or cheddar on the top. And it's just a really easy weeknight dinner. Everyone likes it, and we've got no more like stinky blue cheese left over in the fridge. So I'm just about to dish up, but here is my pasta all finished, and it tastes really good. So I'm just going to pop it in some bowls. So we just sprinkled a little bit of parmesan on top, and here is our thrown together Cajun chicken and blue cheese pasta. So for our next meal I was going to make some steak and homemade wedges, and one of the best ways to make these if you've got the time is to chop up your wedges, pop them in a sandwich bag, and then I add a little bit of oil, some smoked paprika, some garlic and onion powder and a little bit of salt. Give the bag a good shake around so that all the potatoes are coated, And then I put these on a pizza tray or any tray with holes in if I'm doing more than I can fit in my air fryer. And as we were all having this, I needed to use the oven. So I lay them out on the tray and then just put them in the oven for about 40 minutes and around 200 degrees until they're really nice and golden brown. To marinate my steaks, I used some soy sauce, some umami seasoning and loads of black pepper. And I just popped the steaks in a sandwich bag. Again, I find this a really easy way to marinate foods. The boys decided that they were going to have steak, egg and chips, and they had some tomatoes with theirs as well. Steve also had steak, egg and chips, and I had mine with salad and some blue cheese. I just think steak goes really well with blue cheese. I also added a little bit of yogurt and mint dressing that I had left in the fridge, which sounds strange, but it was really nice. This was a really tasty meal and everyone thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm just making a pot of soup just for lunches and things. So in here I have got some chicken stock that was in the freezer. Whenever I do like roast chicken or anything, I always boil the bones to make stock and then freeze it if I'm not using it for the gravy. I've put a tin of plum tomatoes, a chopped onion, a chopped red pepper, and then seasoning wise we've got some salt and pepper, a load of smoked paprika, tomato puree, got some garlic granules, some cayenne pepper, some chili flakes, and some balsamic vinegar. And I've also got a piece of steak left over from last night's dinner where we didn't eat all that we cooked. So I've popped that in and cut that up really finely as well. You can just about see it in there. And what I'm going to do now is add some orzo. This is just the Tesco orzo soup pasta. I'm going to add a big handful of that and then I'm going to let it cook and that will thicken it up. And the orzo will help it thicken really nicely, and then we'll probably have a good 4 or 5 portions of soup to either freeze or pop in the fridge. But I will show you it when it's plated up because it will look a bit better than this. So here is my finished soup. I'm not actually going to eat this whole bowl. I have had some at lunchtime in a mug and I'm just popping this in the fridge. And I did that thing where you think, oh, just a little bit more, finish the pan and put it in the bowl, and it's like massive. So I'll have to split it, but I'm going to cover it up and pop it in the fridge. And it came out really nicely. The orzo swells up. We've got pieces of steak and a cooked onion, peppers, and it's just one of my favourite things. I could live off of salad and soup. I absolutely love it. I also really recommend these thermos food flasks because Steve could take the leftover soup to work. I just heat it up for 3 or 4 minutes, pop it in his flask in the morning and add some salt and seasonings, and then he just pops a lid on and it stays hot all day. Like he always says at lunchtime it's still too hot to eat, and yeah, I just really recommend it. It's a good idea if you have to take lunch to work and you enjoy your leftovers. So I'm just starting tonight's dinner and I'm going to make a chili con carne. So I'm just dry frying my mince. This is the extra lean, like less than 5% fat mince. And while I was making my soup earlier, I chopped some onions and fried them because I was already cutting loads up. So I'm going to pop those in as well. And I thought I'd use this Guinness chili con carne recipe mix. It's just one that I found in Tesco and I've not tried it before. I just thought it sounded really interesting. It's actually very strange filming now because I've got a new microwave and it's mirrored. So every time I film, you can catch it in the reflection. So I'm gonna have to be really careful what's behind me, aren't I, in these videos. So this is a flatbed microwave. It doesn't have the turntable, so you can fit like square casserole dishes and things in, which I really recommend. I actually purchased this through an app that I wanted to talk to you about. It's a completely free app, which, you know me, money saving and free goes hand in hand. So there's a completely free app called Latest Deals. So basically it's a money saving site. The app is completely free to download. And you can go on there and type in what you're looking for and it will bring up the very best deals of that day. So the deals go really fast, so what's on there today might not be on there tomorrow. But it's just like mums and dads and people trying to help each other out and help each other save money. I was looking for a flatbed microwave obviously and I found it really cheaply on there. The best price for one came up. You can filter, so you can choose any category, price, any particular retailer. I just think it's really good. The app is so easy to use and as you can see you can just scroll through and it tells you what the savings are. Click on a product, it will tell you what store it's in, it will give you a description, how much it is and how much you're saving, and you just go get deal and it will take you to the site. So I find it really easy to use. It's a completely free app, so if you want to save some money, I really recommend taking a look. It's not going to cost you anything, so you've got nothing to lose. So that is the Latest Deals app I'll leave it linked in the description box down below, so you can just click on it and download it there. But yeah, I was really impressed because these can be really quite expensive. I haven't worked out how to use it yet. I've just put it in place, and it's a little bit bigger than my other one, and the fact that it's got a mirror means it's probably going to get fingerprints, so you can see my like entire kitchen over there. I'm really pleased with it, even though I haven't used it, because I just highly recommend flatbed microwaves without turntables, because like I said, the food doesn't have to rotate, so you can literally use this entire space and it still cooks. So yeah, make sure to go and check out the app, and thank you to Latest Deals for sponsoring this section of the video. So here is our chilli. It just looks like normal chilli, but it has got a little bit of a sort of Guinnessy smell to it, and it did say on the instructions that you could add a can of Guinness if you wanted as well. It would make quite a nice slow cooker, like filling for a pie or something, and they did all different ones, and that was in Tesco. So yeah, I'll put it up on the screen what we think of it. So for tonight's dinner we have got corned beef spaghetti. Not sure why I said it like that. Corned beef spaghetti and some rigatoni pasta. I've just added some salt and pepper on top of the pasta, and some smoked cheese grated on top of the corned beef spaghetti, or the corned beef bolognese, whatever you like to call it. And that is what is for dinner tonight.